Is work-life balance really what we should be shooting for? Or is there something else that's really the target? In this video, we're going to be talking about this and diving into work-life balance and all the other aspects of that. Let's dive into it right now. So work-life balance is something that a lot of people are striving for. We have a lot of responsibilities in our workplace, no matter what your role or company that you work in is. And there's everything else in life. There's family, there's community responsibilities. We want to spend time with friends. We want to indulge in hobbies. We have faith that we're trying to invest in, and all sorts of other things outside of work. Yet it seems like work dominates and is number one priority for a whole lot of people. Even if it's not what we want to be the top priority, we do work first and life just fills in any gaps that are left over, right? So when we think about work-life balance, it maybe the way that we're talking about it, even the words that we're using from the very beginning are not the right words and certainly not in the right order. For example, if we don't want work to be the number one priority in life, maybe we can just switch those words and say, let's do life-work balance, right? Because then we're putting life first and work should be fueling life because we work to live. We don't live to work, right? At least most of us, I hope so. Right? So if we can put life first and the things that we really care about there and say, how can work support living a life that we're excited about rather than life getting the leftover scraps, right? So that's maybe the first adjustment that I would make. But then you go a step further and say, is balance even the right word? Because if you think about it, if two things are balanced on like a pendulum or something like that, or a scale, then there's actually no movement, right? Because if one thing is heavier or they're the same, then nothing's moving, nothing's really progressing. If we're trying to make progress in our lives and our careers, then we actually want to have a word that represents the movement that we're trying to create. So I would prefer to use the word of life-work alignment, because then we want work and life to align with the direction that we want to take our whole lives and align with each other so that they feed each other in positive ways. And mathematically, we might think about this as aligning with vectors, that there's a life vector or multiple aspects of your life, multiple vectors, right? And there's a work vector. If they are opposing each other, then those vectors are going to cancel out because a vector has a magnitude and a direction. So if they are opposing each other, they're going to cancel each other out and either go to zero or just minimize the effect of them. But if they are in alignment, they will add to each other and make a larger, more purposeful vector that is really what we're trying to do so that they feed each other in more positive ways. So if we can align life and work in more positive ways, then suddenly work becomes more of an enabler than a burden, and life becomes something that we celebrate rather than just feel like is taking away from all the things we need to get done at work, right? So how do you feel about this? Do you prefer balance? Do you prefer alignment? And what is your higher priority? Do you focus on work first and then life is left over? Or do you focus on life first and work is trying to support that? And some things to think about as you try and build an intentional life and career. My name is Jeff Perry, and I'm a leadership and career development expert. And I love helping people more fully align their work and their life to do and become who they want to become in their lives. And if there's an opportunity for you to need some extra help to design your life and your career in a more intentional way, I would love to talk and see how I can help with some of my programs and resources that might be a fit for you. Please reach out, let's connect, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.